Spooky. Okay. We'll go. You're spooky, but you're the bonus fry at the bottom of the bag. You're the so this is left. Was this a process of elimination? A forced process of elimination, which, right, we call it other things in other areas. I'm not getting into that. I'm tired of saying shit over and over and over again. I may have given myself friggin' throat cancer smoking and vaping and smoking pot, but I just don't care. I don't care. It'll go away on its own. I didn't realize it was this bad. I didn't realize it was this bad. I didn't realize that it was what I had was this bad. I got a family, or my own family, I gotta put my I have to be wary of everybody in my life. Right? I told you, you must be special, or you're just different, and it shows. Spring? That's not box spring. Oh, well, they want, for people who have box springs, get rid of them. The metal is attracting something, or it's making something worse. You should have, the room that you should be sleeping in should have no metal in it whatsoever. That's where you should be asleep. Who's a felon? Someone's been on the run since last spring. Who's Jarson Cooper? And they've been planning on what? Coming back or going back to the country. They got heavy addiction. I don't know what this is. But I'll tell you what, the one with the fry at the bottom of the bag, that's a new addiction. I feel like I'm addicted to this person. I am. I'm so glad I found this fry. You know what I mean? It's one of them things where, let's say that this fry represents more than 5 fries, right? But you're one of them people where I don't know what's going on in your life. Like, they're showing me a hot mess that's organized, but somehow I'm always a hot mess. And then the fries wind up there, and then the sweatshirt winds up over top of it. Now if something happens where, let's say, you just don't have money on you for something. I'm hungry. I smoked a little pot. Boom, the fries, there they are. They're not old enough to be bad, and they're not new enough to be new. It's one of them things where this is the shit that humbles you, because it forces you to look at it for what it is. Like, just like that. And looking at it any other way would just be weird. Some things can only be looked at that moment with what's going on in your life and what needs to change, and what that ideal now will change, right? But this is, look, you're the bonus fry at the bottom of the bag. This looks like a French fry, and that's it. Look how he's holding on to this paper clip. This looks like a split or some kind of weird looking French fry. You could just be peculiar, and that's why you were at the bottom, because somebody had to sift through all the regular ones to find out that the best one actually, yeah, you could be a giant spiritually, and this is why you made your way to the bottom of the bag. It's not the bottom of the barrel, it's different. Yeah, nah. Nope. And when I say names, people say names on videos like this a lot. All right, and I also say first and last names. I don't give a shit what people's reactions are. Grow the fuck up. People say people's names. There are multiple people who have the same name. There are kids that need to take this in, because you have parents or some type of people around you where they are the only one who hold that name. It's important when we take things personal, everything personally. Who the fuck are you when you take everything personally? I mean, somebody can't say something about not liking a certain shade of blue, and because you have one sock left of that color at home, you take offense to that. What makes us like this? It's constantly feeling like you had to defend yourself to family. This is what this is. Look, and I don't need to explain this. I am not gonna defend. I refuse. I love it. You're gonna be so grateful that you did this. You're gonna, right? I feel like I felt stuck. I just felt kind of stuck, and I became someone who actually like played both sides. You become this weird gaslighter when you deal with shit like this. Okay, well, they're putting drag on here, and either your life is a drag, or somebody can't believe that the fry at the bottom of the bag doesn't look like they're dressed in drag. Dan, somebody's friend could be dressed in drag, or they were going to try and entice you, or it's this thing with, are they male or female? As important as it is, it's something that has to be put aside when we talk about just who you are as a being, okay? And the shit that you don't do to someone that if it was done to you, you would have one of your raging lunatic episodes. Greg, I don't know what's up with Greg. Either it's for you, Greg, or Greg was going to do it too. They were going to... Why don't, listen, how about this? Why don't you just admit that you want to suck his cock? If you did this is what I'm saying. Stop the fight, whatever the fight is. This fight that's inside, it has to be inside for you to want to fight someone else. Something starts inside, always, as inside as without. Let's go with that one. Whatever it is, you're gay and you're attracted, and then on top of it, he's not gay, or he's married or something like that. He's unavailable for you. And you know what would even be better is if you said it like this. I'm angry that you're married, or I'm angry this happened, because I don't know if I've become that fond of you that I'm almost attracted to you and it bothers me. You don't have to necessarily say, I would like to slip you in my, but somebody feels the same on both sides, though. Yeah. Though somebody has a sultry look, and that's what they said. They were talking about you. Okay. Oh, this is making someone feel uncomfortable. I'm definitely speaking to a straight guy. I'm a straight guy, is it? What do you do when this conversation starts? And you're the only one that seems to feel this way, or that you are the only straight man in the whole entire group. You could tell. You could tell by the lack of retort. I'm straight. I'll always be straight. I will be by myself before I will be with a man. And this is how it goes. And your silence worries me. Am I dealing with gay men? Or are you is it easier for you to just take the side of men who like to force homosexuality on men and take them from the women that are the good women in their life? Right, it's when I said, if you're angry at me for what this channel was about, then you were part of the people getting exposed, and you expose yourself when you get angry. There are people who have to hold in anger like this, because then you have, again, people like me, but I'm not the only one who talks about the shit like I talk about. But I got it heavier than others. Maybe this is part of something that that's just that. I'm okay with them. But this feels... if I don't stand and say something, where does this take me further down the line? Do I get treated differently? Do people in my life wind up getting threatened or affected by this? Right. Whoever these people are, they could have had very strong opinion, or that's what it is. You have the very strong opinion, right? And it's the inability to see it from a different, I can't deal. This is at a magazine too. This is about what are we putting out? Oh, well, that's for somebody's ex. What are we putting out? It's all gay shit. We're close to putting out underwear with cocks attached to them in teen. I don't know how much longer I can do this. This is the news, people. I'm okay. That's all right. I'm down in the weather. I'm down in the shit I'm seeing on my Doppler at this point. Are they manipulating that too? I bet somebody's goal is to manipulate everything in the world. They will drive themselves crazy because we don't know what everything is yet. And it'll never just be done. There are too many variables with too many possibilities and too many formats. Just think about it. You can have 2, then you can have 3, then you can have 4, right? And you can just keep mixing, and then the outcome of that 4 can mix with just 1. It's endless. So good luck with that. But you'll help us because you'll be taking your own Ryan arm. Don't. Yeah, somebody. No, this is don't let people touch your. Don't touch. Transferring shit onto you intentionally. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. I'm just gonna let it come out. When you do things like this, and you call on demons and entities on someone who is that combined, regardless of how many, we all have different, right? We embody, you master a certain type of energy. So we need demonic energy sometimes to deal with demonic energy, right? But this is someone who, I got this when it comes to the bad, the good, right? It's dangerous fucking with shit like this. It is. With certain people, and you can tell who they are because they intimidate you. Yeah, you're not one of them. You could be though. I mean, it's just about it's about raising the bar when it comes to DNA. Yeah, and you do this. Some of these people said, "I want to do Ninja Warrior." That could be your so below. Your as above could be working on yourself. There's no way. You shut the door in a 99-year-old woman's face who had 1 leg the other day, bro. You know what I mean? This is your warrior. You are not. You stole the 50 cents that the lady had in the cup. And then, let me guess, you want to save the world now. I don't know why they put Ryan on here, but I guess somebody... Did I show that already? Did not go to Ryan. Did not go to Ryan. You'll see. I refuse to work with, to sleep with, or to spend time with my competitor. Laws of power. Oh, yeah. Inflicted. If you don't incorporate at least half of them, which, and you pick which ones work for your life, which ones work for some people are so everywhere and into everything, they have to, the whole thing is just, I eat, sleep, and breathe it. Naturally, I couldn't rattle them off to you. I move like it. In fact, I could have moved like it and then wrote about it, not remembered it in a past life. Way you look at shit. It makes me feel better to believe that I would have just figured it out as I went and attributed or contributed something to it. And then that's what am I putting out there? Let's just say one of them came from me back in 1721, right? And now it's a part of what molds a somewhat almost perfect existence. Yeah. Well, if you perfect it here, then it would be easier for you to exist in other realms, right? Stigmata. When they put this on, it's weird to me because it makes me feel like this is what everybody loves. You look at these movies about lovey-dovey, I think they have to add views on them just to get people to go see them. I can't stand it. I can't stand movies where they're skipping through fucking cornfields and shit professing love. The Notebook was good, but that's about as far as I can go when it comes to that shit. You would have to bring in something else. Darker. But that's what we like, right? That's what we like. We like the Lucifer and then, Satan Returns and all this other shit. And even people who claim to be somewhat against it, they watch it. I'm just going to make sure that I watch it with the kids. They like the true stories about the true stories, which I'm sure some are. about these kinds of things. You know, I'll watch that. I like that kind of. I don't like the corny shit unless I'm forced to watch it with kids, and I will engage in conversation with it too. I don't just sit there and watch like I'm bored. I'm now invested, right? It's something I put me into, and I value me that much. So I might as well get whatever I can out of it. Right. Okay. Oh, the strong opinions here. Now, you're just mad, right? And this could be, this fry at the bottom of the bag could be the employee. This is the ugly duckling of employees where the devil wears Prada type of broad. Yeah, well, I mean, I came in as a mess. Oh, this is how it should be when you hire. Why would I just assume that somebody who just got out of school, who graduated possibly with honors, but who knows who their family knows or who's thick his mom was sucking, you know? But you came in and you have all the credentials, but you have no experience. Your mindset is now that either I can get anything I want because of my credentials, even if they're legit, that I could just fuck up and twinkle toes around. And this is for the gay guy who's trying to take it from the woman. Not everything has to be a competition. The funny thing is, you look at these body parts and you feel like you're competing, and you could both be the same gender. But this is how our brains process this stuff. I see that I mean, I look like a male. But you're not a man, though. Not when you do shit like this. Not when you are too light on your feet. No. And this is one of those jobs where it needs to go to a woman, and it will go to a woman for a reason. We can't have men in construction is where the fuck you're supposed to be. But some of yours are so great at hair, but you remain men. Even if you're gay, you remain men. You don't conform and show up next to in one of those friggin' 50s pinup dresses in a fucking all-male barbershop. Makes them feel uncomfortable. And I tell you what, I feel like some of them are about to tell you, say, what's next? A pole? I'm not going to be able to come here. This is my boy's spot. Where is he, man? What happened? Is he never there? He could be tied up on Crenshaw again. Another day. Yep. Just didn't see you. 25709. 06. Nooka. What's with the counselor? Counselor, is there a... Oh, somebody is about to get out. Okay. Oh, this is that rate. Okay. I put on my community board about the nanotechnology mixed with pathogens. There are floods happening. There's water. It's about to. Either being shown it's a premonition or the shit's happening. But because I seen what's on the news, it must be true. It would be tough for them, even though someone's going to try and do it now, to AI completely what we saw in Texas and things like that. And I don't know if I said it publicly, but for everybody who experienced that kind of loss everywhere, I'm sorry. I am sorry for you. But this has to happen for different reasons. And some people think that they're always going to be preserved from shit like this. It was something we don't realize what we did, or to something that needs to come like this. It's saying you're a part of this, or whatever that is. Resistance. And sometimes it's to show that rebuilding it creates inner strength, and this is what a lot of people lack right now. It's spiritual strength. It's hard to explain. It's something you feel. It's something you are. It's why I don't like to go into shit like that. Whatever it means for you is what's going to work for you for your life. You're into different things than I need a different type of that, and you need a different type of that. If you can figure out what that thing is with every different area of your life where you know this is something different than the last thing, so I need to pull this one out. If you can do that, the laws of power come naturally. I like a nice stuck on my head. Is the Monday stable? We had either stellar non. I saw a homework that van Israël Godset of staan. Israël eerder gesteld, dat is daar staat alles dat is daar de buurstad laten zien. We zullen mogen en dan begin they are stuck on day. Who else knows these many languages out loud? Boom. I'm that jerk off college guy who never, boom. Is this a friend of yours? The boom guy. Well, this guy gets no play, no ass. Well, valuable. I mean, valuable, right? And maybe you could have a $500 coat on. You know what's weird? They were told by friends. This is that guy that's like, their friends even say, do you realize that women walk away from you? I think they're gay on the side though, or you can tell that they're turning a little more feminine, and it's because they feel like women, it's your approach. It's forceful, but insecure. Okay? As a woman who picks up on, and it is a curse because I still like to deal with people like this. I love people you just are who you are. This doesn't make someone a bad person. These are your personality. These are your strong points, right? But it's the hey, and then you look at them and their eyes go down. Instantly, I'm thinking you're bold, which means you like to overpower, but you can't. And the thing is, a woman like me with a certain type of man, thank you, yeah, we look for that, but. This doesn't say that. With someone like that's maybe a little too strong for their own good, absolutely. Yep. But it's not like this isn't I wake up and I take injections and then I go lift weights that are 2/3 the size of my body to try to look like a man, but then I demand to be treated like a woman when I'm in public. It's not that. This is something different where, what did I just say? I think we got it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I keep forgetting that you can rewind and I can just keep going. Right. If somebody wants to talk about this guy again, right? We tell. I mean, we get you drunk, but sometimes we come out of the pocket to just think of this as one of those interventions or therapy sessions where, we can't just tell you good shit. You can't be that guy where when we tell you good things, now you're buying donuts that day, bud. And then the next thing, and we tell you something. But this guy can tell that you guys do this to ease into the, right? So what? This is what we have to do. We tried with little comments, with little comedy. We used humor. And you took it as the joke. You only saw it from the joking side. So now we had to sit there and think, because of this fucking bitch Philly, we have to analyze the psyche on this. And we're thinking, well, damn, that means... They don't think they're in the wrong at all. And how would they know she's right if nobody says anything? And how do we say it with a delivery that feels like, do I have to put myself in a hot seat? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to go, let's say that this is about emptying a trash can. I'm like, hey, you know how I feel about the trash can. You know what bothers me? I know that I've done it a few times, but maybe we can compete in this way. Let's see who has the most empty trash cans by the time we walk out. You see what I'm saying? Let's bet like that. The trash won't make it in the trash can at all. Yeah, somebody will wait and put it in their pockets and shit, wait till they go out to the door and put it in the one outside. I can see. Well, that's better than what's going on here, though. I understand the intervention. Excessive smoking habit. This could be Nana. I just try it. I listened to one today 6 times in a row, and I feel great. In the beginning, I felt like, oh my god, I'm bringing more pain to my body every time I do shit like this. I regret it, but it could be just because I used to listen to it on volume that I blew my ears out for a few days. Everything with me is meh, meh, meh. But I'm very good with other things with ease, with both. Pierce. I don't know. Does anybody have good intentions here? This is so weird when this happens. I think as watching people and overseeing is what they started calling a little while ago to justify that the amount of rights and laws, since people want to live by those and fuck spiritual law, the amount of man-made laws broken when it comes to watching people against their will. In their defense, because I, both of the coin, I do. If I was that, and why would you be there if you didn't want some kind of control or power? And nobody held me accountable. What am I going to do? Hold myself accountable for something that I don't even realize is something I should be held? Like, how do you know that this is that bad? We don't read the Constitution and shit like that, Bill of Rights, Civil Rights every day. Why wouldn't we? Even for myself, do we need to, or was it based off of ethics? And should we just have this weird thing where I don't like that just happened? Let me go check. Maybe fact check. People are addicted to fact checking, especially when it comes to people who have, this is higher than a target on this one's back. She's getting it from all worlds. You're right. You're right. Yep. And at some point, there was nothing I could do about it but just take it. It's like I stood up to everything. Whoa, painful it was. Yep. Somebody loves the fact that you eat food after a certain time at night. Oh man, are we going here? I'm just going to be all over the place today. My brain is still moving around from what they tried to do last night. My brain is even different. The skin on my brain is thicker. I was looking up things today. I heard brain skin, right? That's what I did. Some of it's nuts, but the other shit is solid. I mean, solid information. I mean, information coming from where the information originated, not the shit that was added on here. Yeah, sometimes it seems a little off to you, but if it came from me, 12 offense. And they're on here. Look. 12 and offense. So you watch it. I'm not going to say the time. I'm not spoiling you like that. It's weird here how many people are so against something. This is also, I can't believe that you seem more angry with me that I'm sober. I think I have it on audio or video that you were, was that real emotion? That this could even be an intervention episode or one that didn't air. Well, you cried your eyes out. I mean, when you're on camera, yeah, you seem like you cared. It was, ironically, is one part of the reason why I did this, but that usually doesn't work, they say. This may be what works, though. People say, well, you get sober and then you wind up spending time with people who get high again, la-di-da-di-da. If you don't do it for yourself, this may push you to do it for yourself and stay sober. That's what I would say. If you don't stay sober, oh well. What I suggest for people is get yourself off the shit. Get yourself off of needing the shit. But don't stop doing it. You're going to get stronger and stronger. This is what you're going to do. You're going to pay attention to the signs, whether it's your body saying, I need a break. It's been 2 days. You know what happens after 3, right? Or have it just one of those days and let some time go by, or pay attention to whether nobody's calling back. That's something else blocking, saying, all right, we know that if you go any further, you could go back to what you are, but it's possible to have a life, maintain consistency. Why do we say it's okay to do that with coffee and even casinos, but when it comes to fentanyl or coke, it's different? You can control anything that way just because someone else can't, or because they saw that you couldn't before. If it's possible for other things, right? When they say anything is possible, and for the shit that we know, you're going to tell me this isn't possible? I'm going to prove it. I'm on nothing now. I smoke pot. I am not on Suboxone. I don't take pills. My mom gave me Xanax that she had in there a couple of times when I was going through the Suboxone withdrawal, which really wasn't that bad. Right. Well, it's a small price to pay, but the reason it wasn't that bad is because of what happened before that when it came to my sensory perception glands. I bang into things and I don't feel it. I can feel the vibration. Yeah, that's what I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but I think my elbows and shit, and my fists, which I believe could have always been like that. I don't bang into, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure. That wouldn't have anything to do with attacks. These could just be where the strongest part or the most titanium is at. And it would be for reasons where certain people feel like I'm always into something, man. I always have to either you're a master at diffusing a possible physical altercation, or you're always in one. And it's horrible for people who do this for a living, and then you have this now in your life. All I do is fight. I don't chill. I don't relax. Nothing. Human muscle, deteriorating human muscle. Hold on a second. The nano. Oh, you know what I got? 1989 could have been when they actually started putting this nano, or they started putting shit in the terrain or forcing something. And it would be other influences telepathically. Why do you think we could just do this to each other? Manipulate thought like that? I feel like these beings were getting down with it. Maybe some of us became aware of it, got involved, some got out, some... I'm looking at this branch, and it looks like a spine. It would be deteriorating. No, but bone marrow... things mixing together. Oh, what I want to say, thank you. Some of us had these things embedded in our tissue, our muscle. It could even be with this crystallization that I said. Some of them may never leave, but it could be covered over by something where this is just a part of your body now. But it felt like since 1989, for people who don't do it religiously like I haven't, it could have been trillions or maybe endless amounts embedded. So I put 50 hertz on with it because that's good for circulation, which I figured it would probably help to have things feel like they're moving around while this is happening. I feel a lot better. If somebody doesn't go out of their way to cause discomfort for me, I'm trying to help people feel better as well with shit that I test. So, yeah. Someone also wants, how come you guys get along so great when it comes to creating some type of scene or keeping a lie? You all get along. That's weird to me too. The way you all stick together against, it's very, I mean, I just gotta say it. It feels like you become bullies when you feel like your authority is challenged, but who said that you have that kind of authority? You don't have it over me. What is this? For some, this is so weird. This is a gym thing for someone. Like, I come in here and I feel like, look, I walk in and I immediately feel uncomfortable. Why would you pay to be there then? I don't want to be there. Figure out another way to work out. If there's not another gym, this is some kind of hicktown shit. You know, maybe you're being pushed to work out in more natural ways. Maybe you don't really need to work out as much. Maybe this is what I got. When you schedule things like this is supposed to be your own personal time where you put into yourself. When you schedule these things the same time every day, you're forcing yourself. What kind of day did you have the day before when you came home from work? It could have been a hell day that you're not used to. Now you got to get up for a schedule. You're the tyrant in your life at some point. When I feel like picking up a weight, I do, and if I don't, I don't. It takes months before I notice a difference. Going backwards, it takes a few days for me to notice a difference for build up. So what about you? Okay, I'm going to go on a date. I'll do 5 sit-ups the night before and do about 20. That's it. Type. This is who I am, and this is also another reason why I ride solo for most of my life, the past 12 years. I wasn't here. I was not here. Okay. It's not pushing, it's knowing. It's me talking about my own fucking story is what it is. I think that is pushing, but I guess both sides of the coin, 2 different ways of looking at it, and it should be. Otherwise, it would look real weird for you if we were on the same side. When you take the last slice of pizza, I don't even mind. The same thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about? You left it here for 3 hours. I come to take it. And now, what are you trying to agitate me intentionally for? Look, I mean, this is somewhere where there was a bunch of shit put out, right? Oh, we're gonna have food and this, that, and the. I mean, this is food. This is a hell of a spread. But are you watching me? Were you watching me? How did you even know I was going to grab it? What is this now? You're talking. What am I being bullied when it comes to the food? Don't you guys pay some kind of fee, or is the union something? Let's not be fooled by where this food came from. Too. They'll say, well, this is a stage, different type of stage. Banquet hall or something. Hey, come on. That's what I feel like. I walk in. I know things about these people now. It's weird for me to see this kind of setting with them in it. Huh. I wonder how much this is. It even real? I never went up and checked the flowers. They could be spraying them with flower oil. Somebody's taking a hit. Yep. Oh, they're taking a financial hit. Because, oh man. Do you see some people seem a little, their posture's different? Their insides are turning to liquid. Some of their insides, and this would be, either they funded some of it, they allowed themselves to be put in a situation where they had to mess with some of that stuff, or they did it to somebody. This is someone who would not stand for it, though. That's I guess I could just leave it at that. Hi. People are starting to experience things through food delivery. Okay. I noticed shit with this too. I refuse to go through third parties now. That part will crash. These decisions, these aren't even decisions where it's like important freaking life decisions. This is just, do I want something put in my food? Do they take some of it because I noticed that their corner was empty? You know what I mean? Then there are people who will do it because they want to show you that it's done. You know what I mean? It feels influenza. It's a different kind, man. Yep. This is dangerous. Did anybody see, who's listening, what I put on my community board about the pathogens from this stagnant water and what it brought in and where it was at initially? This will be sewer water mixed with lakes, oceans, streams, and things like that. With the heat in many places, with cuts. On top of the intense black moss mass mold that they've been putting out into the terrain with some metals and nanotechnology. It's not as much nanotechnology as, I'm not sure if it was too hard to maintain programming through those. I mean, lust. There's a lot of motherfuckers, you know. I don't think they anticipated. But when you have countries that you leave in squalor, that's all they're going to do. Some of these women, they give birth naturally and they don't have medical assistance there. I don't judge. I would be all day too. I mean, I'd be a little more careful. But shit, they probably are numb to this shit now. How good we have it here. I'm going to the city. I want to actually see the city. That's not me. This is someone else. I know you can't tell when it's me or, right, this is someone else. Chuck. I'm going down to the city. I want to see the bridge. I want to see the museums. Is there a ferry? Do they have one of those things in the city? That's cool. To see history. I want to find out the history of the city. I mean, you could have just moved to this city and feel like, okay. It's not you. Well, it's you, but it's not you because you're a bad person. It doesn't matter what city I'm in. This could even be sports where I go to city and I don't know. I feel like people are, why are they so defensive with me? I can't have a conversation that's more than 5 to 7 minutes. Otherwise, it gets to a point where I wind up being the bad guy just for being the same honest person I was in the beginning of the conversation. So maybe that means little bits at a time. Maybe I'm best in smaller doses. You know, I'm a problem for some that way, and I'm good for some that way, just like they are to you. Yep. These types of ways of looking at things are going to change your life. Forget about fucking vitamins and pills and friggin' facelifts and shit like that. It's the way that you look at everything, though. That has to run into each other. This guy slammed on his brakes. Da, da, da. Well, you did it fucking 6 months ago. All right, so he slammed on his brakes. That forced you to wake up. You could have been in some kind of a trance wherever you're going now, and it could have been some business deals where you need to be solid and present, where that would have, affected you. Now it's like, wake up. That's how you look at that. That now, right? You look at it like that, like, damn, man, that must be some kind of message from something. Here, now you go, and you're level-headed, or more so than you were, or somebody was dipping out on something. And I think this is also stop. I'm done. I don't want to know any more about this. Yep, I'm done. So they're saying don't sign the first one. I don't know who this is for. Don't sign the first one. The first one could be a copy of an original, and that could be the most important page of this document, or it would initiate the rest. Well, if this is, right, if you sign this, it would just be something weird that they would construct off of that. There's something about black specks, and I don't know if this is for that, but there are things when there are copies made where to the untrained eye, but I believe your eyes are trained very well. There's somebody named Shara or Sharon or something like that. Mm-hmm. But this is, I don't even want to know the truth about this anymore. I'm done. You're just trying, now you want to overload me with information about this, right? And I think when you did that, somebody's like, damn, I didn't see this coming. You could be one of those people where you like to have it's a good debate. I don't know about an argument, but you're very good at debating things in a good way, though. I can't do this shit anymore. What do we have left? If this is a team, it's like we don't even have any camaraderie here anymore, or even a crew in the military, or Jap. Mm-hmm. Just authoritative presence. There are people that aren't even well, put out there with rank or title or anything, who have information on my life. And it happened for a reason, and I refuse to put names out there. Yep, this is about me. That's it. Oh, my story will be put out before I'm gone. Yep, it has to be. Yeah, I know I say this, I don't care, but it will be. It feels like it's not even up to me at this point whether I care. I also see someone that doesn't. Why won't you sign? Someone doesn't want to sign some type of paperwork. I'm just not sure what I want. I could go either way. What they're really saying is nothing great is forcing me out of this situation. Like, I hate my job, or I hate being in this relationship, and I should leave because I can't stand it. But I'm not sure if there's going to be something better. With the job thing, I understand it. I actually do understand that to a certain extent, though, unless you're being harassed at work. I found out, I see clearly what's going on, but I don't, right? This Saturday, I thought nope, today is goggles back on Saturday, right? I know, it's like, and then they wake up disappointed in themselves. I went back and I stuck it in, or I opened my legs and I'm just disappointed. Again, it's like we can't even have makeup sex isn't even good anymore. When makeup sex isn't good, all you're doing is, the only thing you're doing good is breaking up. That's an unfair comment. Okay, well thank you. A couldn't look at them. They couldn't look at them. This is, I forgot to dim the lights, and I felt bad getting up because they get violent. Yep. Especially when they drink. And I didn't slip something in their drink this time. I'm kidding. But there are people who do that. In order for me to have the kind of sex I need to have, I have to put Molly or something in their drink. Am I breaking spiritual? Yes. Yeah, what is the justification for this? Well, it makes me feel good, and look at me. You're that narcissist that I love narcissistic behavior, but it has to mold into other things. It can't just be that all the time, or you become these people that I went up against. It will never work. Even as a friend, it will never work, because you will always find something to get up in my face, even if it's not literally about, to challenge what would seem like you were challenging me, but it really feels like you challenge yourself with bullying or harassing tactics. Yep. And I just won't take it. Another reason why people like me fly solo. Well, you know what? We just say you move somewhere different, right? And now this is you're like me. I don't know if any city or town is going to take to you. They don't. Usually they're used to people moving in, and then they can get, everything. I need to know everything about your life. I need to know everything about your past. And I want to make decisions for you for your future. 227 would actually be more comforting than this, what I'm feeling. They're showing me columns, like Coliseum columns with projects there. So it's kind of cool that you have this, because I was thinking this the other day, was it yesterday? I would rather pay less rent if I was in a situation where I wasn't struggling that bad, but I needed to make sure that it was consistent until I caught up financially. I would rather get a place in the hood that was built all right still and fix the inside. You spend more time on the inside. Who gives a shit? Plus, people don't expect shit. Like, I'll move the shit in at 4. No, I'll move it in at 4 in the afternoon. These motherfuckers sleep all day. You pay attention to your surroundings. Right, coming to America. Yep. Why not? This is that people spend all this money and making the outside of their home beautiful, and some people never go outside. You don't even remember the colors of your own home. T.E. Emma. It was Emma. Oh, look, I'm going to show you. Emma. E-M-M-A. Emma McGarity. All right, we'll leave it alone. F-N. Electromagnetic frequencies. An increase. FM. FM radio stations run off RF waves at approximately 22,000 millihertz. Millihertz? Huh? That could be why I have a constant thing in my ear. I bought Bluetooth headphones because I figured, fuck it, what am I doing at this point? I didn't worry about that shit. I actually blow out the friggin' whatever this is. I plug the jack in for the plug-in ones. I'm not a big fan of Bluetooth, but nobody can get around me now to hack into my stuff. So I said, fuck it. But I have a consistent earache, and my ear has swollen almost shut. So I have to take a break at some point. I have them on all day. Every fucking man. This is, I'm finding out. Oh, okay. This is something about a woman, and there are also some things about some gay men where this is all there is right now, is that you exude something that some people didn't like. So they said things about you. Now, who are some people that turned you down, even for business deals that could have turned into something else, are pissed off now because they're finding out like every EFM man wants them. Every fucking man. Somebody snapped. It's awful how many... The future is going to be awful. They put future and awful. I'm not going to show this constantly. I don't have a reason to lie. This is the King of Swords. Investing and arguing. You would rather... Okay, that's what it is. Well, I'm not going to do that. Maybe you want to fight with this person instead. I refuse to do it. I'm done getting involved. This could even be some people walking away from doing this shit. Like, I'm done, man. There are people finding out that some of the messages through blackmail were put through like 12-year-olds. Why am I so quick to believe it? And did I believe it because it was easier for me to believe it, right? You put jealousy and excuse me, I need to get some. All right, Wyatt. You can trust Wyatt with little. Shit's still the same since 1989. Yep, ETC. It's just I don't want anything to do with this, but I'm caught up in something. People borrowed money thinking that something was gonna pan out. They're caught up in something that they got themselves into. They're gonna try and blame it on some woman or some gay guy, saying that they cut the product up or something, and that's not true. Yep, they did it. I think wherever you're at in life, you're somewhere, or you keep growing, and somebody was at a standstill and they didn't recognize why. You put yourself there. Nobody tells us this. It ain't a thing. No, yep, tree in the forest, right? I don't hear shit. Same thing. And you stay committed to some type of spiritual practice or just some type of, this is what I believe in, and that's that. And it's great. I think your grandmother was like this, or even your mom was like this. It's just a way. This could just be not holding on to shit. It doesn't feel like it has a title. I just not holding on to shit. And this is you can't do anything last minute. This other person not like that. They like have planning things that need to be planned, but I like interrupting my plans, my own plans. When I do it, it's different. Sure. This is let's go eat. Let's go 3 states away to that restaurant that we talked about out of nowhere. This is we're on our way to a bar mitzvah. Let's go to prison now. Done. Let's go to Honduras. Yep. Venezuela. For a certain type of group, I would definitely go do a tour of the Coq de France. They were finishing. They couldn't finish at home too, because the wife has a shopping addiction. And once again, accountability. Gets bigger, you feed the beast. When there's no accountability, you're feeding the beast. Yep. What else is there? And then there's this kid. Look at these kids. Christ, yeah, well, A mom's home. She's got a drinking thing. Now they're taking some kind of loss. She used to order this shit from Postmates or some type of delivery service, but they just can't afford it now. Someone's thinking of, they're trying to date someone that works for them. They can get, well, can you just do me a favor and pick up some shit for me? And we'll work something out when you have a delivery that's near here, and then I'll just, it's funny. I respect the hustle. This is just a little weird. Well, it's not a little weird. It's just when it happens 3 times a week. This would be cool, and I think that somebody wouldn't even mind doing this shit once in a while. You do this with a lot of shit, though. You milk the cow every. Well, this is for this one here. I don't know what kind of loss you're taking him, but it looks like it could be some type of voodoo that you messed with on some guy. Well, someone else had a guy that you wanted, and you thought because they wanted that guy that they were valuable, so you drew him in, and he got sicker over time. Well, whatever happened with you and this man, or didn't, you're experiencing some type of sickness. This could be mold in your wall, and it's affecting somehow other areas of your life when it comes to finances. It could be nobody can stay there anymore because they feel nauseous. They can't sleep, and there's a lot of fighting. It will create that chemical imbalances. Yep. It will alter your perception. Although the perception here is this: you don't take care of your home. That's it. There is no, you just don't take care of it. You have other people live there, and you try to invite people who have trades or know something. But this is a kind of situation where, sure, I was an electrician. Yeah, well, that's... Don't knock people on speed who mess with shit like that. Sometimes they're more calm. Sometimes the speed calms them down. Yep, that speeds their brain up for cognitive action and reaction, and then it calms their nervous system. Everybody's built differently. You can't judge somebody because of your experience on a certain type of drug. You can't do it. Everybody has a different type of tolerance, levels of... No, it would just be levels of pH and all kinds of different compounds and shit that some people can, it takes them a while to get addicted. Some people don't ever get addicted, which is why I believe that addiction and feeling of I wonder how long this forced feeling of 12, it could be 12 months that they've been doing this shit very lightly. And then it just became too big. What do you do now when you have billions of people on something, right? Because now they were putting fentanyl and shit. And some people thought the end was going to come a while ago, so they figured, fuck it, let me get addicted now at 46. Regardless, no judgment. I don't know what your digs were like, but fuck unity at this point. I think that's what they're saying. Fuck unity. Dowell Dawson's going to screw the unity thing, man. It's going to get bad out of nowhere. The system is going to crash. Buildings are going to crumble. Bridges. It's going to be exactly like what they showed you in these movies because nobody is helping this woman who deserves it more than anyone on the planet. See, now it sounds like I'm saying this shit. But there are other women, though, who are this message is for where, why am I not getting any help? I think that it's the way you deal with whatever this is you're dealing with. People don't see that you need it. If this was you feeling these things on levels where how do you kill yourself when you don't have the means? These are the valuable women that are left. That is tough. And This isn't that kind of woman that's taken a loss. This is the lesson. This is the one who has the runs on the, not those kind of runs, but they do dry runs. Well, when you go on a run, it's good, but when you crash, it's bad. How do you deal with this up and down like that? Some people, that when that's all that you know, that's comfort. That's it. All I know is I wake up, I say good morning, and I get slapped. That's it. That's all I know. If I didn't get slapped, I would think I did something wrong at this point. It's crazy what we will adapt to and even take in as accepted. You don't have to say that you accepted it, but you show it, the fact that you get up and you face it. I mean, there's a difference between facing at some point, facing something, and telling something that this is what I go to every day. I must want this. It's the first thing that I allow into my life. Yeah, sure. And no. I do it. That's self-sabotage. I do it. And I'm still going to do it. But you can't stay there. You self-sabotage every single day from the second you get up. You are officially the problem. And this other person is off the hook completely. Back to this one with the voodoo black. That's what this is, though. It's the voodoo and the black magic that you did. God damn it. Yeah, to get to this is even mirror spells. Everything. Listen, mirror, blood, DNA spells, whatever this is, candle, it doesn't matter. Drawing in the sand, calling on Malak. What? I can't. This is right. What do you believe is going to show up as these entities? What is it for people who are getting into shit and you were told not to fuck with it? Well, what will happen for some of you is on that mountain you're on is just going to wind up splitting. I just want to say, I'm going to say it again, the foundation of this thing is crumbling. So please, please don't stand on a brand new building and think that motherfucker can't come down in about 15 seconds. When the foundation separates, do you understand what I'm saying? Nobody will be safe. If you are in a position where it's just your time to go. I think that we're good with that. Oh, with the sun. They want me to talk about the sun. The sun will bring happiness and fruitful bounty to those who have earned it. Those who worship it. Those, you don't have to say a chant or anything like that, but you can feel that you know that without that thing, we would be in trouble. There's a difference between Saturn. There's no fire on Pluto or Jupiter. I don't know who's saying that. Nope. Saturn, which is a hot planet, and the sun, which is a ball that I'm not even sure that they could have gotten close enough to the sun to attack it. It could be Saturn that was attacked with people thinking that it was the sun, and it's giving off this intense heat, radiation. That's what it is. So Saturn would give off, whatever this red planet is, doesn't matter what we call it, because some of the names are off too. That gives off intense heat, radiation. Is there natural radiation just through fire? Yes, fire naturally emits radiation, specifically infrared radiation. Okay, so that makes sense then. You never got close enough to the actual sun. You couldn't. Just think about how powerful that thing is. Nobody could do it. So if they said that they did, I guess people would, right? This is the sun in the world. Yep, the sun. This is a whole new sun, or it's, okay. This makes sense. You know when you burn those things and you do these rituals, where is it again? There's the ritual. It could be that you guys are chanting, though. That may be a better thing to do. I think the sun was like, excuse me. Don't speak for me. Yep. But it would be, this happiness, this gratitude, but even when you do these things and you burn, you write down something that you need to get rid of, that needs to go away, and you throw it in some fire, things need to burn in certain areas, and then in other areas, I believe it's just crazy how this is coming in. The sun's going to burn up what needs to. It may be Saturn that winds up doing that, while the sun is going to do the opposite. I refuse to say these words. I can't stand it. It makes me sick. I say fruitful bounty like in that way, and even in a cocky, sarcastic way, because it just annoys me. Certain words bother me. I'm not this woman. I don't want to say them again. Yep. Oh, this good sun, this sun that is gonna help new shit. It's gonna, okay, for people that are kind. Well, oh my god, I'm so apprehensive about that. You know what I mean. Don't be too kind. It's cruel to be kind. That song. It's cruel to be kind. Yep. I don't want you to be kind. I don't want to feel an emotion. I just want you to hand me the money I need. That's it. If we could just zip the whole thing and just put it in an envelope and don't even say a word to me. That's how we want everything. Easy and quick. Not when it comes to that. You can't do that anymore. This isn't the 70s, man. You can't just sleep around. I mean, I guess some of you can. You know, for those of you who actually have bodies where you heal yourself, I try to get sick. Be careful of saying that shit. I try to sleep with people who I feel like are sick. Well, I mean, it is a belief, and you do put that with your words and shit like that. But sometimes I feel like if it is something that could just be unnecessary and it's keeping you from doing other great shit and testing your belief on other shit, I do believe that something will be like, all right, bet, motherfucker. You are hereby sick. Yep. What was I saying? What's going on with this? Oh, God. It's going to go right back to the way that it was in 200. With worshiping the sun, just showing gratitude for the sun so that the sun can now mirror that. Oh, well, there we go. Ra was a Heyoka. Is a Heyoka. God, right? Sacred. Yep. And the sun is mirroring us. We didn't care. Sun doesn't care. Now we care. The sun will be better to those who... Yeah, that's what it is. There it is. All right, so this is how it's going to be from that one. However you feel about the sun. See, when we say, oh, it gives me cancer and I don't want to go out in it, you're denying it. I removed that cord, right? No, I'm not getting anything. Some of you are getting sick constantly. How important the sun is, even to just acknowledge how powerful it is. That'll help. Then the sun becomes powerful in great ways, though. Let's do that. Bye-bye.